Hello again, YouTubers and Pokemon fans! Very excited for today's opening. It is one of the newest promo boxes released. It is a case of Pokemon TCG Snorlax GX Box. That EN stands for English. Printed in the USA, carton contains 12 boxes, 12 per carton, and then you got some like code numbers or whatever for like manufacturing purposes or whatnot. Now I got the camcorder in my right hand, because if I hold my left hand, then I cover up like the audio stuff, which I might have to do, because doing this left-handed isn't easy for me, but we might just be able to manage. Maybe. Let's see here. Pop one, pop two, all right. And then three, one more. You can already see Snorlax in there. There we go. And in this video, we're gonna see 3 dozen Snorlax cards, because you get the Jungle reprint, you get the Snorlax GX regular size, and the Snorlax oversize. And he's on the box too, so I mean, 48, 60 Snorlax, I guess, in the video, if you want to argue that. And let me think here for a second. Snorlax, what set did we open yesterday? Yesterday was Generations, duh. I think Breakthrough, though, has a Snorlax card in it, and there is Breakthrough in these as well, so we could find even more Snorlax goodness. But just like yesterday, I'm going to save on my back a bit. I'm gonna get these all unboxed off camera, but just show you here. There is 12. Don't worry. I mean, it's a full case and everything. I'm not gonna make that up, but I guess I can get these in one stack here real quick. But then we'll cut and transition into showing you just all the contents, because it takes me a lot more time to edit when I take all the stuff out of the box, and it's about 9 o'clock here again, because I do these too late. But there you go. That should be 12 boxes. I'd be weird if it wasn't at this point, because the box is full and they hold 12. So there they all are. We'll get these all unboxed, and then we'll show you the cards, and we'll open up all them packs. All right, as you can see, we've got everything out of the packaging. 48 packs in all, 24 evolutions right there in the middle, 12 breakthrough, and 12 Fates Collide. We're prepping Fates Collide, since it's the set I'm least excited about. Then evolutions, see if we can get any of that Charizard hype going on. And then breakthrough, we'll see if breakthrough redeems itself after the terrible box we opened up about a week ago, maybe a little less. And see if we can get some more Snorlaxes in there as well. We got our nicely condensed stack of plastic here again, so we'll get that off to the side right away. Clunk. All right, and then for the Snorlaxes, first let me show you. Here is the original Snorlax. This is on my phone, not the actual card. My apologies. Should have it somewhere though. The Pokemon Power Thick Skinned says Snorlax can't become asleep, confused, paralyzed, or poisoned. This power can't be used if Snorlax is already asleep, confused, or paralyzed. It now has the ability Immunity. The Pokemon can't be affected by any special conditions. So basically it's the same ability with a different name. Body Slam back then was 4 energy for 30. Flip a coin if heads, now paralyzed. Now it's the same, 4 chance to paralyze, but 50 damage. And the hit points have gone from 90 to 130. This one is a level 20. This one is also a level 20. Same weakness, same retreat cost. The resistance to Psychic, though, has gone away on this promo. This is promo XY179. Possibly one of the last XY promos we will get. So that is the promo Snorlax, the Jungle reprint of sorts. Just like Evolutions, it's basically a reprint of base set, but with beefed up hit points and attacks that have been powered up from the original days. So there you go, 12 of those beautiful shiny Snorlax. Set those to the side. And then we've got 12 Snorlax GX, the first GX cards I have ever possessed, ever seen in person, and they are some very beautiful cards, to say the least. Just look at that shiny, glimmery, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So Snorlax GX is a basic, and I know not all GXs will be basic, some will be evolutions. It has 190 hit points, so above average compared to EXs. If you're not familiar, GXs like EXs, the fine print down here, when your Pokemon GX is knocked out, your opponent takes 2 prize cards. And it is promo SM for Sun and Moon 05. So 190 HP. First attack, Collapse for 3 energy, does 80 damage. And this Pokemon is now asleep. For 5 energy, 180 damage is Thunderous Snore. This attack can be used if this Pokemon is asleep. If it is not asleep, this attack does nothing. And then it's GX attack, and again, for those not familiar, GX it says here, you can't use more than one GX attack in a game. So if you're using more than one different GX Pokemon in your deck, you can only use a GX attack on one of them one time in the entire game. And Snorlax's GX attack is Pulverizing Pancake. Possibly one of my favorite attack names I've ever seen in a card. It's just funny to me. But anyways, for 5 energy, it does 210 damage, and this Pokemon is now asleep. So it can be used while awake, and it helps you put it back to sleep. Now, for Thunderous Snore though, since it has to be asleep to use it, not a very effective attack. Because even though he puts himself to sleep with Collapse and Pulverizing Pancake, you have to flip a coin between turns. If heads, you wake up. So, say you use a Collapse, you're now asleep. Your turn ends, you flip a coin, 50% chance you wake up. Your opponent does their thing, their turn ends. If Snorlax is still on the field and still asleep, flip again. If heads, you are now awake. So you have to flip twice before it comes back to you, which means there is a 25% chance that you get tails twice and you stay asleep, which means a 25% chance that you can actually use Thunderous Snore for the 180 damage. So that makes it by itself definitely not a competitive card. It's still relatively competitive, but if you want to use Snorlax GX, I highly, highly, highly suggest that you pair it with, come on phone, with Hypno from, I think that's Breakthrough? Breakthrough. We'll figure that out. It's Breakpoint. So, Hypno's ability is Good Night Babies. Once during your turn before your attack, you may leave both active Pokemon asleep. So, if you want to use Snorlax GX, I would think a deck with it is going to run at least a 2-2, maybe a 3-3 line of Drowsy Hypno. Unfortunately, it's not a basic, makes it a little less viable, but it's the only way you're going to be able to consistently hit for 180 for that 5 energy, which still, 5 energy is kind of a lot, but there are cards like Max Elixir to help you get energy and play faster, so maybe Snorlax can be viable, but you're probably going to have to have Hypno in the same deck, and that can help you too because this leaves both active Pokemon asleep. 50% chance your opponent does not wake up between turns, and although if you're swinging for 180, they shouldn't be sticking around to see what happens next turn, because so it shouldn't really matter that you're putting them to sleep, since you should be knocking them out for 180 damage most of the time at least. But it's nice in the event that their Pokemon survives. Maybe it's a Mega, maybe it's another Snorlax GX with 190 HP, and you don't have a Muscle Band or a Fighting Fury Belt attached or whatever. But definitely suggest you run that with Hypno. Otherwise, you're just going to be using Collapse over and over and over for 80 damage and putting yourself to sleep. And 1 out of 4 times, you'll then be able to use Thunderous Snore. But there we have the 12 beautiful, oversized Snorlax GXs. Not that Snorlax wasn't already oversized enough, but they decided to make one of the most oversized Pokemon oversized as well. Just show you here, its weight is 1,014.1 pounds, and it's 6 feet 11 inches tall. So about the height of a lot of centers in the NBA, and weighs about 5 times more. So he's definitely a beefy Pokemon, and now even beefier in the form of a GX and oversized card. That's probably more than enough of an intro there, but so I'll make sure that you guys understand how the card works and how to best utilize it if you feel the need to. And now we can get into cracking some packs here and see what kind of shiny goodness we can find besides our promo cards. We'll start with Fates Collide here. 3 and 2, of course, is the trick. We'll show you the commons on the first pack here, and then we'll skip them moving forward. We got Binacle, Schnubble, Snivy, Shaloshish, so many S's, Gothita, Helix, Fossil Omanite, Praise It, Wigglytuff, Autono, Spirit Link, Gothita Reverse, so 2 of those in the pack, and a Hollow Delphox with Flickering Flames and Psystorm. And if you haven't already seen our deck profile of the Autono Worlds deck, into our match where we battled Cody Walensky, 2nd place finisher of the Masters Division at Worlds this year. Check out those videos. I'll try to have at least one of those linked up in the iCards for your viewing pleasure, after you're done watching this video anyway. Alright, got that stuff all straightened out, and now I can do this more efficiently, I think. Code 3... Whoa, what am I doing? 3 goes to my hand, 3 and 2, and then those go right there. All right, we're good, we're good. Auto Spirit Link once more. Power Memory. Wheezing, wheeze. Duocean Reverse. And Kendra EX Full Art with Big Storm and Dragon Tail attacks. There is the shiny shine that shines so bright. Does 20, discard the stadium card in play. 60 plus 30 more damage for each basic electric energy attached to this Pokemon. So some definite shiny goodness there. And I just realized now, got the white code backs and the green ones. So if you're paying attention, you would have known we were getting holos or better in those last 2 packs. I will try to conceal those here on these packs moving forward here, so that you don't know if it's a holo until we actually show it, just to keep the suspense and the surprise factor as high as we can. Shuckle, Lass's Special, Wheezing again, Larvitar Reverse, and Aerodactyl with Bite and Jet Draft. Alright, figured that a streak would probably end, especially once I told you that, like, oh look, we're getting white code cards, which means, yeah, we got the holos. But anyways, Dewgong, Loudred, Alakazam Spirit Link, Power Memory Reverse, and Amandibuzz. Packs are tearing pretty well, but then it kind of like tears funny at the end, and then I can't quite get the cards out as efficiently as I want to, but oh well. Cinchino, very off-centered as well, if you didn't notice there. My goodness. Fairy Drop, Loudred. So just the uncommons in that pack are very off-centered. The commons too? Nope. Usually just one rarity in a pack is really off-centered. Double Colorless Energy Reverse, kind of the Fairy Edition. This actually originally in Japan was in the Mega Auto EX theme deck. Yes, that's right, Japan, they get theme decks that they can use in tournaments that have EXs in them. So jealous, so jealous. And Mr. Mime. The closest thing we have would be the Battle Arena decks, where yes, they have 4 EXs in them, but that's, you know, a once a year product. Usually not EXs that you really need anymore, at least not in standard. They're not new. And it's $30 for the 2 decks that come inside. So yeah, I definitely think Japan get the better offer there, but I digress. Ultra Ball, some more off-centered uncommons here. Servine, Energy Reset, Vullaby Reverse, and a Carbink with the ability Energy Keeper. Kind of has 2 Carbanks, one's a common and one is a rare. And I feel like the common one is actually more competitive because it has the ability Safeguard, which blocks the X's. But to each their own. Again off-centered, Wormadam, Devolution Spray, Omanite, Aerodactyl Reverse, and Lucario Holo Rare with Vacuum Wave and Fight Alone attacks. Not a bad card. Again, Fight Alone. For 2 energy, does 30 plus. If you have fewer Pokemon in play than your opponent, this attack does 60 more damage for each Pokemon fewer you have in play. So if you have 1 bench, your opponent has 5 bench. That's 4 fewer. 4 times 60 is 240, plus 30. That's 270 damage for 2 energy. If you have a bench size of 1, and your opponent has a bench size of 5. One of many, 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 many decks I want to get built on PTCGO and start playing some games on there, maybe doing some live streams as well. That might not happen until January, though, once our busy holiday season here on the e-commerce side of things slows down, because right now it's crazy. It's super cray-cray. All right, Scorched Earth. I guess all of our uncommons are going to be off-centered here in Fates Collide. Wormadam, Energy Pouch, Riolu Reverse, and there we go! Snorlax is also in Fates Collide. Forgot that. Toss and Turn and Swallow attacks. Heal from this Pokemon the same amount of damage you did to your opponent's active Pokemon. We're going to keep that Snorlax separate. And we'll see if we can find any more. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's a breakthrough. I think it's an uncommon in that set. That's the set where he's trying to catch a Chespin falling out of a tree. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Energy Pouch again. Still a little off-center, but not as bad as the others. Strong Energy. Always forget that's in this set. Cinchino. Marowak Reverse Rare. And a Mothim. With the ability Wormadam first ability, as often as you like during your turn, you may move 1 damage counter from one of your Wormadam to another of your Pokemon. Alright, 3 and 2. Some of these, like, they're just cut weird, like, I don't know how to explain it, but they're just not quite right. Like, it's not as smooth. It's kind of got a lip to it almost. I don't know. They're kind of weirdly cut. Never mind the off-centering. Halucha! Power Memory, Old Amber Aerodactyl, Weezing reverse, and another Mandibuzz with Bone Drop and Cutting Wind. Woo-wee! Alright, 2 packs of Fates Collide left here. 3 and 2. And we've got a Power Memory. Weezing, seen a lot of Weezing. Fairy Drop Reverse, and Umbreon EX with Veil of Darkness, and the attack Endgame. Does 70. If your opponent's Mega Evolution Pokemon is knocked out by damage from this attack, take 2 more prize cards. So if you use Umbreon, and you knock out an EX with Endgame, you're taking 4 prizes in, oh sorry. If it's a Mega Evolution, you are taking 4 prizes in all. Pretty crazy. Alright, last pack, last chance for glory here for Fates Collide. Let's give you guys, oh, well, spoilers, I messed that up, but let's try to show you the code, show it to the back. So, good news, we have a holo or better because, yeah, that was a white code. So, stay tuned. We got goodness coming. We'll skip the comments again, though. Will be another Ultra and back-to-back packs. We got Energy Poach, Strong Energy, Cinchino, Reverse Power Memory. Is that like our 3rd Reverse Power Memory? Just 2, I guess. We had several non-reverse too. Anyways, the rare, which is at least a holo, is another Delphox with Flickering Flames and Psy-Storm. So, not bad though. From 12 packs, we got 5 holos or better. 3 holo rares, 1 regular art EX, and 1 full art EX. Very good right there. 5 out of 12. Well, I guess 4 out of 12 is the norm, so not, I was thinking it was 3 out of 12 for a second there. I may have said 3 out of 12 as well. If so, I misspoke. 4 out of 12 was what was expected, and we still beat that though with 4 out of 12. So just quickly take these cards I have stacked by different rarities here, including that Snorlax. We'll put them right back there with the Snorlax on, well, we'll keep Snorlax its own pile still. So now on to 24 booster packs of XY Evolution's goodness. Actually, we'll show the comments in the final pack we do. So let's see. Well, these, just trying to figure out how to best show the, because I don't want to show you guys if it's a green or a white code. But anyways, skipping the comments again here. Maybe on the last pack to Evolution we'll show them all, but for now, no. Revive, Misty's Determination, Coffin, Staryu Reverse, and the non-holo Mewtwo. Still, and I'll never stop being angry that is a non-holo rare. Yes, I know you can get in the theme deck. Yes, I know you can get in the pre-release kits. But neither of those cards have the foil treatment that the holo rares in this set do, which is the throwback 2 base set. And these are cut really wonky too. Look at that reverse card right there. See all that white up there? It's like they didn't cut the card cleanly. Like they got a dull knife or something, or whatever they're using to cut the uncut sheets. Just look at these. Look at the white on the edge. My goodness. I'm sorry I'm complaining, but it's like, I don't know. There's always some sort of quality control issue, it seems, with the cards, and it just gets frustrating after a while when you open all these packs and then you just notice all that, the weird stuff there. So I want our cards to be in mint condition, because yeah, a lot of them end up on our website, and I don't want to sell people cards that are, you know, shoddy quality. I want them to be in mint condition, because they're supposed to be, but out of the pack, oftentimes they're not even, so it's just one of those things. Anyways, Full Heal, Machoke, Switch, Nidoran Male, Reverse, and Mewtwo EX! With Energy Absorption, Regeneration, and Psyburn attacks. Yes, a 3-attack Pokemon, but we did have that in Fates Collide with Zygarde EX. Just did not remember that when we first got the Mewtwo EX, I think in our 1080 pack opening. Alright, 3 and 2. And yeah, like every pack's got at least one card that's got like an extra noticeable like white notch in the back or something, just something wonky, but I'm gonna stop drawing attention to it, I think, and just try to press forward. Pidgeot Spear Link, Porygon, Pokedex, Brock's Crit Reverse, and a Doug Trio. The packs seem like, the packs themselves feel like thicker, like more crinkly or something too. I don't know. Just a lot of like odd stuff happening. A lot of odd stuff, but oh well. Energy Retrieval, Magmar, Slowbro, Spear Link, Machop Reverse, and a Starmie. Ball. 3, 2. Energy Retrieval. Magmar. Slowbro, Spirit Link. Drowsy Reverse. Farfetch'd. Well, we got the Mewtwo EX and the non-holo Mewtwo to start. Not much happening since. Hopefully we're due for something here. Gotta find some of that shiny goodness. Maintenance. Potion. Machoke. Porygon Reverse. And Ninetales. Holo Rare with that beautiful base set foil treatment that Mewtwo was not obliged to get. Alright. So 24 packs, we are expecting 8 cards that are holo or better, not including break cards, because once again, break cards take spot of reverse. They don't count towards the 1 in 3 expected pull rate odds of a holo or better. Full Heal, Kakuna, Charizard Spirit Link, Fairy Energy Reverse, always love those, and another Starmie. Stick that beautiful energy in a sleeve. Love those foil energies. I don't really care what set it is. If it's an energy and it's foil, I think they are neato. 3 and 2, and oh man, this time it's the rare spot that's got the weird cut. And spoiler alert, it's a white code, so it could be a really good card. Devolution Spray, and I think it is. Nidorino, Revive, Beedrill Reverse, very off-centered rare. My goodness, the quality control. And Mega Slowbro EX. The only times I'm like disappointed in a way that I get ultra rares is when I notice before I show the card that the condition is just not quite right. If you PSA graded that card, I don't know what effect that would have. It just weirdly cut. I don't know. I'm sorry I'm talking about it so much. Just like every time I think I'm done talking about it, I find something else that's like just not right with the quality control of the cards. But I don't know. Oh well. Venusaur Spirit Link, Potion, Kakuna, Kakuna Reverse, and Arcanine. Alright, maybe we can find a not oddly cut and such Mega Charizard or something here in this opening. And I feel like it's been a while since I've gotten... Actually, no, I think recent opening we actually get a holo Charizard and a reverse one, I think. I don't know. Throwing so many cards, I can't remember what happened in what order and what day. And anyways, Professor Oak's Hint, Brock's Grit, Poliwhirl, Kakuna Reverse again, and Eradicate. Look at our reverses, guys. Our last 3. Kakuna, Beedrill. It's just another one of those interesting things there that happens, you know? Alright, so we still got pretty decent, substantially tall stack of packs here. Let's see what other goodies we can try to find here. Got a Cuffing, Switch, Metapod, Magnemite Reverse, not part of the Weedle evolution line, and a holo Zapdos with Thunder and Thunderbolt. Very beautiful. Love all the holos in this set because they look like base set cards, and that is a trip to say the least. 3 and 2. Charizard Spirit Link, Super Potion, Machoke, Professor Oak's Hint, and a Doug Trio. Can we call the hint card there, can we call it PO? P-O-H, Professor Oak's Hint? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a way to shorten that, because Professor Birch's Observations, I often see referred to as PBO. This would be POH or PO. I don't know. Am I onto something here? Has anyone else started that already? I don't know. Devolution Spray, Magmar, Switch, Electrode Reverse Rare, and another Arcanine. Alright, come on, shiny goodness. No whammies, no whammies. Here we go with a Brock's Grit, Devolution Spray, Nidorino, and a Machamp Break with Boomerang Lariat, and a Dewgong. Alright, got ourselves our first break of the opening. All 3 of the sets for opening can include a break card. That is the first one we've gotten though. Once again, those do not count as a holo rare as far as the pack odds go. As of the packs, I think they still state expected odds of pulling a holo are 1 in 3. Breaks do not count towards that. Haunter! Imakuni's Doduo, our first secret rare. Forgot they're in here for a minute there. A Metapod, Doug Trio Reverse Rare, and Beedrill. Let's see, is it still set on here somewhere? Under the flap, maybe? Does it not sit anymore? When did they stop doing that? That's intriguing. Because I'd always used to say, like, premium card odds or holo card odds or something like that was 1 in X amount of packs. So I guess they no longer advertise the pull rate like that, but it is still 1 in 3. I know from opening plenty of boxes that the average box you're going to get 12 cards or hollow or better, not including break cards. But did not realize they no longer say that on the packs. I haven't paid attention to that in a while, but I guess I learned something today. Energy Retrieval, Haunter, Pokedex, Misty's Determination Reverse, and Electrode. Just check here. Does Breakthrough happen to say that? Does not appear to be on there either, so maybe it stopped before XY, maybe it stopped before Black and White. I have no clue. But I know in like the base set days, I think it said like premium card odds were like 1 in 30 because there's 10 cards per pack. Or no, it was 1 in 33 because there were 11 cards per pack. So, and then I think some sets said 1 in 3 packs, others said 1 in X amount of cards. So, oh, I'm enlightened today. Full Heal, Poliwhirl, Pidgeot, Spirit Link, Drowsy Reverse, and Arcanine. I feel like the pull rates so far here in Evolutions are not being as favorable as they're supposed to be, but there's still time for Evolutions to turn itself around here, so we'll see what happens. There's still time. I'll fix that in a second. Revive, Pit Misty's Determination, Coughing, Charmeleon Reverse, and a Doug Trio. And not over the common stack, you probably couldn't see that, but that's what I was gonna fix. Alright. Looking for some more of the shiny shine. That was bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. Brock's Grit, Devolution Spray, Nidorino, Starmie Break, second break of the opening, and a Starmie. So there you go. Starmie and Starmie Break. That's how they look on your field. Not too shabby. But still want to find some more of those EXs. I gotta find at least one full art here from 24 packs of Evolutions. On average, you get about 2 full arts per box of 36 packs of Evolutions. So from 24 packs, we definitely want to get at least 1 full art. 2 would be probably a little above average, but I don't think it's asking too much. We got 2 EXs so far, 2 Holo Rares, and 2 breaks. So only 4 Holo Rares or better, and we're expecting 8. And we've only got 5 packs left, including the one in my hand, so I think we're going to fall short on this portion of the opening. Metapod, Potion, Venusaur Spirit Link, Farfetch Reverse Rare, and Eradicate. Getting a lot of reverse rares anyway, but most reverse rares we're getting are of like non-holo rares, not of what's normally a holo rare, so not as awesome as, you know, getting like a reverse rare Zapdos or reverse rare Mewtwo, so it's at least shiny in some way. Charizard Spirit Link, Double Colorless Energy, Nidorino, Starmie Reverse Rare, there's another rare that's normally a non-holo, and a Raichu with Energize and Spark Bolt. So that puts us up to 5 holo cards, not including the breaks, which means we have to have the last 4, including the one we just opened. Need 4 holos or better in a row here to get to 8 out of 24, plus the 2 breaks. I'd be content for sure with 7, given the 2 breaks. Maybe we'll get 6. Can we get 2 out of these last 3? Get to 6 holos? Let's see. Full Heal, or no, just 1 out of the last 3. Gotta get at least 1 more. Hopefully a full art. Machoke, Switch, Magikarp Reverse, and another Starmie. I think we got a Starmie in 3 of the last 4 packs, or no, 3 packs. Yeah, 3 of the last 4 packs. Pretty sure. 1 reverse. Actually, no, we got 4 Starmies in the last 4 packs, I think, because we had the break as well. Pretty wonky, pretty wonky. Energy Retrieval, Venusaur Spirit Link, Charmeleon, Pikachu Reverse, and there we go, Charizard Holo. Always love getting that. A little bit off-centered, but I'm okay with that. Actually, this is one of the most valuable cards in the set, believe it or not. More valuable than most of the EXs even. This is the most valuable card we pulled so far in this video, at least, I would say. Probably had the Kinder Full Art and the Umbreon there from Fates Collide too, so pretty sure, value-wise right now, that is the best card we pulled so far in this video. Very, very nice. And I know that's worth more than the Charizard EX in the set. The Mega Charizard is the most valuable card in the whole set. But the Holo Charizard there, definitely a solid pull. So here we go, last pack of Evolutions. Show you the commons. We got Vulpix, Electabuzz, Drowsy, Ponyta, Nidoran Male, stick those back there, Blastoise Spirit Link, Pidgeot Spirit Link, Kakuna, Electabuzz reverse, and an Arcanine is what we end on there. So the Charizard helps salvage things a little bit for the evolution stack, but still overall, gotta say that evolution stack was below average. Let me stick these in the background. Actually, I'm gonna go face up on those, and then uncommons, and then reverses, and then rares. And let me show you one code there for evolutions too. If you're watching at this point of the video, you deserve a little something here and there. So I want to reward you guys that are sitting through the whole video best that I can here. So to recap there, we got one Secret Rare out of 24 packs. That's also very low. One Reverse Energy, probably also below average. Let's see, we've got 2 breaks. That's probably above average. And then we got a total of 6 hollow pulls. So if you include the breaks, we still got 1 in 3, including the breaks. But you're supposed to do that not including the breaks. So still below average, and no full arts either, which is kind of disappointing. But we did get the Charizard, which is definitely a plus. So definitely could have been worse. So hoping for a little bit better, but hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. So stick those back up there. And now let's move on to the final stack here. 12 packs of Breakthrough. Now the Breakthrough booster box we opened, like I said, within the last week or so, that had some terrible pulls in it. Hopefully it can redeem himself here today in this 12-pack stack. We got a Fisherman, Ursaring, Giovanni Scheme, Staraptor Reverse Rare, and Mismagius Hollow Rare with the ability Twisted Incantation and Curse Deeply Attack. So we got something shiny right out the gate there with the Mismagius. Let's see if that's a sign of good things to come, or if it's just like a false start of sorts that's gonna just lead us into a deeper disappointment. Time will tell. Rainbow Energy, Cacturn, Mewtwo Spirit Link, Cacnea Reverse. Cover your ears if you don't like it. Cacnea! I think I've lost my luster on that voice. I used to do that one better, I think. But anyways, Simi's here. Yeah, I forget what season it was, but at one point Team Rocket, namely James, had a Cacnea. I like that Cacnea. It was a cool Cacnea. I liked him. I missed that Cacnea. I hope he's having fun wherever he is now. Seaking, Starmie, Curlia, Reverse Assault Vest, and a Mega Mewtwo EX with Vanishing Strike. There is a solid pull that heavily eluded us in the booster box opening. Now I believe the Mewtwo EX, that's the Y version, this is the X, is the more desired for competitive play. But for whatever reason right now, this card is particularly expensive on Amazon at least. I'm not sure what to go for on eBay right now, but right now it's overpriced in my opinion on Amazon. And it might actually be the most expensive card in the set. When I checked earlier today being Friday, when I'm recording this, late night like I said, I think the regular art of that Mewtwo was actually like $10 to $12 more than the full art, which makes no sense, but it is what it is, and I don't know. It's weird, just one of those things. Parallel City, Granbull, Haunter, Reverse Curlia, and a Cresselia. Couple of Leas at the end there. Curlia, Cresselia. Anyways, 3 and 2, let the good times roll. Spupa, Snorlax, there we go. So yes, it is an uncommon in the set. Catching the chest pin there. Trying to anyway. Over there, Vanillish, Sandshrew Reverse, and a Vivian Hollow Rare. I think it's Vivian and not Vivillon. I think I said it in the box opening too. I saw the anime episode, and I thought it was different than what I usually said. I used to say Vivillon. I think, in the anime at least, it was Vivian, which I think does sound cooler than Vivillon. So, whether it's right or wrong, we're gonna try to go with Vivian moving forward, I think. All right, Assault Vest, Piloswine, Granbull, Meowth Reverse, and a Simisage. Couple of monkeys so far here in Breakthrough, but that's okay, because we got just 3 non-hollow rares to our 3 hollows or better. So we just need 1 more hollow or better to meet our expected quota here for Breakthrough. And we would need 2 more for the entire opening of 48 packs to meet the quota of 16 expected hollows or better. So we had 1 extra in Fates Collide. We were too short because you don't count the breaks and evolutions, so we need to beat the quota in breakthrough by 1 as well. So we want 5 out of 12, and then we'll have 1 out of 3 for the whole opening as a whole. So that's what we're shooting for. Houndoom Spirit Link, Floatstone, Magneton, Pancham Reverse, and a Dodrio. And 2 out of the 5 packs, 2 out of 6 if you include the one we just opened, not out of the realm of possibilities, to say the least. Gotta get at least 1 more for sure, and I think 2 is a reasonable expectation. So the sets we got less of will make up for Evolution's downfall. Vanillish, Quilladin. I always forget. I think it's Quilladin though. Bahium, Zoroa Reverse, and Evoltol Holo Rare. Yes, that is actually better than a lot of EXs in the set as far as value, playability, etc. Very nice. Ability Fright Knight. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, each Pokemon tool card in play has no effect. Pitch Black Speed does 60, and it does 60 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon EX. So in total, it does 120 damage for 3 energy as a basic non-EX. And yeah, in that bad box we had of Breakthrough, we didn't get any of like the 4 or 5 most valuable, most playable holo rares even. Not even in reverse form, so. But enough of that box. We're doing better now. Cause there's something shiny coming. We got Bridget, Stunfisk, Buddy Rescue, Miss Begius Reverse Rare, and I think it's a full art. I think it's shiny. It's a Mega Glalie EX full art. Some more of that shiny goodness. Cryomouth attack. Unfortunately, it is one of the least desired full arts of the set, but hey, it's a full art from miscellaneous packs here, so we will take it. Actually, one of the full arts we got in that box opening that I'm trying to stop talking about, but given that that meets our quota then, we already got 5 holos from this set. We got 5 holos better from Fates Collide, that's 10. We got 6 plus the breaks from Evolution, so that's 16. 16 times 3 is 48, and that's how many packs we have in this opening. So now if we get any more cards that are holo or better that aren't break, that's, you know, above the expected odds for the opening, and it's just gravy at that point. Let's find some gravy here, folks. Super Rod, Braixen, Floette, Scatterbug Reverse, and a Staraptor. Mega Mewtwo EX pack. Well, it's not necessarily an EX pack card, but I guess it kind of is. Mega Mewtwo X pack card is what I should be saying. Houndoom Spirit Link, Floatstone, Magneton, Bridget Reverse, and a Bronzong. So that brings us to the last pack, last chance for glory of Breakthrough, and this opening as a whole. What we gonna find? We're gonna do the pack trick this time. Well, we're doing it all every time. We're gonna show all the cards though. We've got one Chespin, Doduo, Fennekin, Zoroark, Flabebe, Super Rod, Braixen, Floette. The reverse is a rare Vivian. So that I think is 2 reverse rares we got in this set that are normally holo rares. Actually, ones we actually got in the opening as well. And the final card of this opening is a Mr. Mime. Mime! Alright, so not bad. We did meet the expected odds in the end. So not an overwhelming opening as far as pull rates. Nothing insanely crazy. But at least we got what we were hoping to get. And that is 16 holos or better from 48 packs. Plus, we had the 2 breaks as kind of an added bonus of sorts, I guess. So, kind of quickly here. So, 5 holos or better there from Breakthrough. 3 holo rares, a solid Mega regular EX, and a full art. That probably becomes the most valuable card we pulled in the entire video. Followed by the base set reprint Charizard. Got the 1 secret rare Doduo there as well. So just kind of show you there quickly. 6 holos or better, and then 2 breaks, and a reverse holo energy as well for the extra glamour of it all. And then Fates Collide had 5 hits in all, 3 holos, 1 EX, 1 full art, just like Breakthrough. So Breakthrough came through, Fates Collide came through, Evolutions fell short, but at least it gave us that base set Charizard. And we got both different Snorlax that we could find as well. So we ended up with 4 different Snorlax in all, basically, in the video. That's just kind of fun right there. All that Snorlax plump body, knock away, toss and turn, swallow, immunity, body slam, collapse, thunderous storm, snore, oh my goodness, and pulverizing pancake GX are all the abilities and attacks you see before you on those Snorlaxes. So if you enjoyed that opening of a Snorlax GX box case opening of 12 Snorlax GX boxes, 48 booster packs, make sure you slap a like on this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and check out our website, thepokecapital.com, for all of your Pokemon needs. I thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time for some more Pokemon goodness. And oh, it is so good.